On behalf of C-DAC Bangalore, myself, Uma Prasad, course coordinator, extends a warm welcome to one and all. All of you are aware that the PG diploma programs have commenced from 15th September, and for the first 15 days, you people have undergone the training in online mode. From 3rd of October, that is today, till end of your course, that is 15th of March, you will all be in this beautiful campus with an excellent infrastructure. So please make use of this campus and also the infrastructure with utmost responsibility and complete your course with flying colors. Wishing you all the very best. Yeah. To begin with, I welcome Dr. Mohammed Misbauddin, Associate Director, Head at C-DAC Bangalore, to deliver the welcome address. Sir.
Good morning, everyone. So first of all, I would like to deliver the welcome address here. First, I welcome our Executive Director, Dr. S.D. Sudarshan sir, and Mr. Hari Babu. He is the Associate Director and Head of IoT, and our entire admin team, as well as course administration technical coordinator. And I welcome all the students, parents, faculty members here, and more specifically, there are representations from Defense Agency also. I welcome all of you for this course. And after 2 years, we are now conducting a physical batch. Last time we had a hybrid batch, even though, but half of the course was offered in online mode and rest in offline mode here at Electronic City. So this time, except DAC, I think they are already there online, right? They are already there online. I welcome all of you as well. We thought that once all the students comes physically here, then only we will have an orientation. Otherwise, we started already the course 15 days back, right? And you have been attending the courses here. So here at C-DAC Bangalore, right now we are offering 5 courses. You all are aware of that. Diploma in Advanced Computing, and then Diploma in Big Data Administration, Big Data Analytics. And then we have DESD, Embedded Systems Design, and then IoT, and we have DTIS course also. These are the 5 courses. And we have got a good number this time, even though we have kept it offline. We are running at the full capacity for DAC as well as DVDA. Okay, that is a very good sign. And that people are looking for offline courses as well here. Okay, and that is very important as well. You will see here during your stay, very good infrastructure. We have, enough number of systems, and we have labs for IoT, embedded systems design, and we have a very strong team of embedded systems and IoT. And also, we have a dedicated lab for DTIS, and we have a dedicated lab for DVDA as well. And we have dedicated lab and systems for DAC as well, if they are willing to do virtually the lab. Okay. So infrastructure-wise, we have a sufficient number of systems as well as the servers and whatever required hardware is. Okay. So I again, like what Uma Madam was saying, I urge that you please utilize it for your upskilling, so that when you go to the industry, immediately you should be picked up. That is what our wish is, and I strongly believe that you all have come with that particular thinking only, right? And from the faculty point of view, we have very experienced faculty, in-house faculty. Many of the faculties who are actually doing the R&D projects here, they are actually sharing their experiences with you. Okay, this kind of environment you will not get in any other engineering college or any other institute, because they are the trained teachers. But here, what we teach, we focus more on hands-on based training. So for hands-on, people who are already into that particular technology from the practical point of view, they will be most suitable. That is what we are actually providing you that. The list is very long. I'll just read out few of the names of our internal faculty members. Starting from Haribabu sir, who is sitting here. He takes the sessions in IoT. So very experienced person. He's heading IoT also. And then we have Shanmugam sir here, who is a technical coordinator. He takes, I think many of you are already, I think attended his classes also. You have already started attending the classes. Okay. And then we have other experienced people like Divya Madam is there. Divya Madam also takes sessions on software engineering. Janaki Madam, I hope that Madam might have joined online virtually from our other location. So Madam also takes the session. We have Mr. Mohit, Mr. Ramesh Naidu. They are very good at AI, ML, and big data analytics subjects. We have Surbi here. Surbi somewhere sitting. Surbi, yeah, she's sitting there. She is the database expert we have. She's taking the database classes. Krishna is there. Sri Krishna. Okay, okay, he'll be joining. So anyhow, we are going to see him. Okay. So he's a very important resource for us from IoT as well as the ESD point of view. And we have Mr. Raghu and Shika for data structures, Lavanya Maheshwari for operating system. And then Dr. Muralidharan is into the network programming. And Dr. Vishal is there. So many of the, quite a good number of PhD holders are also here, doctorate people who are actually teaching a diploma course. Okay, so at that level, whatever knowledge we have here, we are going to share with you. Dr. Vishal does IoT protocols. Okay, and also he also teaches edge computing and cloud computing. Dr. Sanjay Adiwal is there, who takes FCN, like fundamentals of computer networks, and also Mr. Gokul also. And then we have Sanjay for COSA module as well. So there are many experts that we have. Like Dr. Balaji is also there. Gopi is right now, he's doing PhD. He is also into that one. Anup Kumar Pandey is there, web programming. Just can you get up, Anup? Already your height is good. Yeah. So he is into multiple things. He is into the disaster recovery center, into quantum computing, into web programming. Okay, and security also. Okay, so and when yeah, I am also taking one session. I am also taking one session on PKI. Okay. Yeah. I have already completed. These students are here. They are online here. Yeah, offline we are seeing first time. Okay. So in addition to that, one important good thing we have introduced is we have an MOU with IEEE. So we have started projects from IEEE. And 1 month into your training, we will introduce you the project this time. Okay, last time it was a little bit delayed, but still students put it out. And thankfully, IEEE came and then they evaluated and they were satisfied with all the projects that were conducted. So we are making the problem statements with the help of IEEE. So the benefit of that is, I mean, when they come and evaluate your projects, so IEEE, suppose if they are okay with you, satisfied with your performance as well as their evaluation criteria, then you will be given a certificate from IEEE on your project work. In addition to that, I mean, your regular certificate is there. So my firm belief is this particular idea is introduced right now only at C-DAC Bangalore. Okay, only C-DAC Bangalore is offering that one. Okay, so please make the best use of all these things. Okay, and then try to perform well. Campus is very good, should not distract you from studying. Okay, so that is very important. That is what your parents, many of your parents are also there. So they come with a lot of expectations from you, right? At this age, they are traveling along with you. They are taking atmosphere. So please look into the emotions, not only your own name. With your good performance, C-DAC's name will also be there. Okay, so I hope that all of you will perform well here. So we always say, no, if there is a will, we should not start there. If there is a will, there is a way, there is a highway, there is a runway from where you can fly, and you can fly at high altitudes. And if there is no will, then there is a runway also. Okay, so thank you very much. I now ask Madam to go to the first.
Now I welcome Mr. Hari Babu, Associate Director, to deliver a talk. Mr. Hari Babu, Associate Director and Head of IoT, he also leads the Quantum Computing Group and is in charge of Petaflop facility at C-DAC Electronic City under National Supercomputing Mission. Sir.
Good morning, everybody, and warm welcome to C-DAC Bangalore. And we say these courses, all these 5 courses that Misbah was talking about, is towards making you industry ready. So one particular caution I would like to bring here is all of you should focus on programming very well. Then the industry readiness will come. So do more and more lab experiments, and also your projects should be towards more practical things like the existing projects that are going on in our groups. Like you can always, we will be teaching you, you can always approach us. And being in IoT, there is no limitation on where this particular automation can be applied for. So there are a lot of applications that you can do as you are in this campus and while learning. So be selective on your project saying which is more practical, and apply all the skills that you are learning towards that project. So what happens? We will become more and more ready towards industry. That's what your objective should be. And focus on learn. And I wish you all the best. I don't want to take much of your time. All the best and do well. Thank you.
Now, I welcome Mr. I welcome Mr. Dr. S.D. Sudarshan, Executive Director, Bangalore, to deliver the inaugural address. Dr. S.D. Sudarshan has 3 decades of R&D experience as a researcher, actively organized professional meetings and seminars at national levels, as an Exicon member and honorary secretary for the professional body IETE, has involved in various standards related activities at IEC, ISO, BIS, and various committees as well as task forces. His areas of specialization are engineering analytics, industry IoT, mining, information retrieval, cyber physical systems, cyber security, next generation networks, wireless sensor networks, R&D management, and the expertise domains are safety and mission critical systems, industry, infrastructure, healthcare, tactical networks, and many more to go. So,
Namaste and welcome. It's a pleasure to have all of you here, both online and offline. And the confidence reposed by all of you, your friends, your parents, many of your seniors or college mates who actually recommended go to C-DAC and you chose Bangalore. Thank you to all of them also, because it is the word of mouth which brings trust, right? So trust is the most important factor. And the team here in Bangalore is fantastic. And the campus already, you have seen it, so I don't want to say anything more. Dr. Misbah completed his talk with various options, from runaway to flying high. It is true, because ultimately we all live for our passion. It is not somebody says, no, do IoT, will get a good job. That is all good for talking. If the heart is not there, the performance will be not up to the mark. But today the beauty, and the pandemic also has taught us, that many things which we never thought is possible remotely is, we believe it is possible because we have practiced it. So irrespective of what is the course you are admitted, from computing to ITSS, from embedded to analytics, you can do a project that is aligned to your passion. And that could be agriculture, that could be healthcare, that could be quantum computing. It's up to you. It could be water engineering. All facilities are possible at C-DAC Bangalore. Because the smart systems of today, they actually need integration of various domains. That is what Haribabu sir also told. Whatever you do, you should be able to program. It's extremely important because it's like cooking. If any of you know the South Indian, the rasam is unique for each person. What your mother can make, nobody else can make. It is the same rasam, right? Recipe is very simple. 4 items, just boil water. But you won't get the taste. If you're a North Indian, you know the paratha taste that comes from your mom will never come from anybody else. Even he cannot repeat with all the experience and practice. So when the system is smart, it is not the recipe. How do you run the recipe with your own variance, uniqueness? So all the smart systems are like that. That is why we have hundreds of calling bells. It is not that your tune is better or mine is better. Everyone has a choice. But how do you get that small variant? That is through programming, coding yourself. Otherwise, you can Google, you can copy paste, things will work, but that is mechanical. I copy pasted, it worked to Mark Media. But it is not from your heart, it is not attached to you. So things have to come from you. So try to do some programming. Today, luckily, programming is very easy. You can use a lot of GUI based one. If I don't like coding, today there are, a blockly programming. You just drag and drop the way you do Lego toys, no? Lego building blocks. So you know what is to be done, drag and drop, it works. That is where project gives you the flexibility. Course may say you have to learn C in course 1, Java in another course, another way will say Python. But in your project, you can choose any language of your choice. So first of all, whatever you do, put your heart into it. I do not know, it is easy to translate, but I will tell in colloquial language. We say, Ishtam irundal kastam illai. Ishta jahan hai, wahan kastam nahi hai. So the basic thing is your willingness. You should like it. That will change your entire progress. And the beauty of Bangalore is, let us start from maybe the least talked about or least understood concept today is quantum. People all talk about quantum. Very few people are actually understanding what it is. And here in Bangalore, we have more than half a dozen projects on quantum technology. We have more than 20 people working full-time on quantum. So if somebody wants to be in the high tech, in fact, some of the people might have come from a physics background. Get into that. So we have enough projects where one small module you can try. Or you come up with an idea, I want to try this in quantum. We will tell, please talk to X, one of the scientists here, they will help you. But remember, many of them are scientists. They behave in their own way, their language, their way of talking. It may not be like a professional teacher. Because they are hands-on people, they have their own timings. Like you have your own timings of study. Maybe we start going to bed at morning 3 a.m. and wake up at 11 a.m. Right? Similarly, they have their own timings. Because campus is open, they come on Saturday, they stay late. Sometimes we even stay, it is too late, we just stay in the hostel along with you. Next day morning, continue working and go. It is not uncommon here. So just to align a little bit, because it is in our interest, selfishness. I have to learn something new. So you can do. IoT, you name anything you can do. Maybe some of them, some of you who have come from, let's say, a rural area, you want to have a small app. It could be as simple as, many houses, there'll be, whenever it rains, you have to close some shutters. Otherwise, no water will fall in. Right? Not every window has a glass covering. You just open it is directly open. In rural, even in cities, it is not uncommon. So all you want is a very small solution. One IoT device, as soon as it senses rain or water flow, your windows would get closed. but in your hometown, in your village, where your dadima or grandchildren or grandparents, they are all staying. Not grandchildren, but grandparents. Because you do that, they remember you every time. You are not living with them, but you are living with them through that instrumentation. It could be a very simple IoT device. You do that, all the neighbors will come and ask, how did it come? Then they'll say, no, so and so is studying, my son, daughter, grandson, niece, nephew, they did it. Then other will say, can you do it for my house? What happens? You have become an entrepreneur. And nobody is going to create this for you, because the way houses are constructed in India, every region is different. The way you do in Vidarbha cannot be applied in Himachal. What is in Himachal won't work in Telangana. Weather is different, construction material is different. So you become an entrepreneur. Whatever you saw in that 3 idiot, that one person, that could be you for your village, your hometown. It is possible. So excellent projects can be done in IoT. The area could be very simple. But one rule is indirectly told that your project is very important. It should be useful. Don't do any project if you are the customer. See, you are doing it for some use, right? Assume that you are the user. Just think, will I pay money to use it? If I am not going to pay for it, I am not going to do that project. As simple as that. If you have this one rule in your place, you have made your career. Maybe you will not require placement. You will come and say, I am planning to start, I need one person for mechanical engineering, one person for marketing. So actually you will end up giving jobs rather than asking for jobs. And another advantage why I touched upon rural is, many of us here, why are we here? Because we are not probably getting what we wanted at the end of our graduation. Your college had its own options for placement and all. Even if you got, maybe it is not your choice. That is why you said, I want to do something different. What I got is not good enough or not to my choice. So you have already gone through the pain of not getting something you wanted. So don't fall into the trap again in trying to finish fast or quick. You do a good job, do something that will bring value where you are satisfied. Yes, I have learned and done something. That is what gives you full satisfaction. For all that madam was reading little bit here and there, it happens if you work for 30 years. Okay, don't think it is very unique. But just to give a confidence, I never studied in English medium till I went to my college. So many of us are here like that. So we also share the challenge of coming from a non-metro, so to say, or non-convent kind of background. But it is your work ethics which will take you forward. The other thing, maybe I'll give 2 small hints before I let you have a good cup of tea with your friends and parents and uncles and aunties who have come with you. One is about, when you do project, many times you did in a group, right? In your college, 5 people, 6 people. In the end, I think I said this 2 years back once. I'm going to repeat it, but you are all new. Some of them may find it boring because they are hearing for a second time, particularly Uma madam. When you do a, let's say somebody tells me, I'm a good singer. Many of you sing, right? Either with your friends or on an orchestra or inside the bathroom. Right? But if I say I sing, I sing. I'm a good singer, you say. How do you know you are a good singer? How will someone know if you are a good singer or not? Yeah, you have to sing, I should listen, right? Instead, in the receiving parade, I'm a good singer, I'm a good singer. Based on that, can I give you a job, singing job? there is always an audition, right? Even for the small TV serial, they say send a recorded bit of your best song. Then they will decide whether to call or not. So many times when you see the resumes, because we keep hiring, we don't get enough good manpower. We get lot of applications, but I talk about good manpower. As I said, everybody will write, I'm a good team player. How do I know you are a team player or not? Because everybody writes. There is no reason I can say that, X is telling truth, Y is not telling truth. I want to trust everyone. So the best way to tell how you say a team player, you have to give an example of whatever project you did. You tell this is the project, maybe 5 line, something you did. Let's say traffic control or water management. And if you ask, what did you do? Answer will always be, we did a traffic management system. What did you do? We did. What did you do? We did. Or it is like, I played a game of football. What did you do? We played football. You tell me I'm a forward friend. I'm a backy. I'm a goalie. This was my role. The others did like this. In the end, how did we win? Because we have a weak left wing guy. So we had to give some extra protection that side. So there is some long back is there. That fellow was actually carrying that person, which he covered the weakness. Then what strategy made you win? Because you cannot have all the 11 superstars in any team. In fact, if there are 11 superstars, no one will fail. Because every superstar needs certain support actors to make it look good. Because it's a team play. Correct? You cannot be a superhero without a supervillain in front. Because there is a match. Fight has to happen, right? It cannot be one directional. It is not required. So your explanation should explain you are a team player. You are a good learner. The explanation should tell, here was the project. Actually, I was not good technical. Electronics, I never understood. So what did I do? I did only documentation. The actual circuit assembly, one of the guys who knew actually how to do coding, this circuit assembly. And somebody else is very good in, nice design, artist. So the packaging was done by that person, only mechanical design. Somebody wrote the code. That is how it happens, right? Somebody writes the code. Somebody is good in presentation. Somebody is good in writing. Somebody somehow managed. I am a good friend. As a buddy, usko bhi pass karna hai, my benchmate or roommate, whatever it is. So you accommodate one or two. You say I was just a thread linking all of them, doing all these sundry works. On time submission, going to the college, giving to the professor, following up, doing the English edit, getting the binding done. That is also work, right? What is calico binding? What is palico binding? All those things that person did. The actual circuit who designed it does not know anything. How the entire report came on time within overnight. Because he was editing the file till 1 hour before the presentation. Within 1 hour, how to get the binding done? This one guy who did not do anything did that. But why don't you write it? This is what I'm good at. Because every company needs all these people. I cannot just keep on designing. Somebody has to package it. Somebody has to talk to customer. Somebody has to give a manual. And someone has to manage visitors. You will have 10 calls, you have to prioritize. And whom you prioritized, the other guy should not feel he has been demotivated or kept aside. That fellow has been kept busy. So you need someone to take care of that. But if you explain this is what we did in the project, this was my role, this is how we collaborated. That tells actually you are a team player. And you are telling what you know or what you did. Your honesty comes out automatically. And how are the projects? What is more important to know is where you failed, not where you succeeded. Because where you failed only you learn something. Succeeded means what? Always there is a design available. You have just copied and implemented, right? Rarely we do something unique. 99% is ready-made. Whatever is taught, I am practicing. So if you succeed, you are going by book. Going by book means nothing. So thoda be realistic in what you do and explain. Otherwise, showcase your functioning thing, uploaded the video. This is what our project does. This is the input, this is the output, this is how the entire circuit open. So that makes a huge difference. So your project should not only bring some value, it should also showcase you are a team player, you collaborate, and you tell what you are good at. Because the company hiring also will put you in a similar job. Because nobody wants to think about it. Many people feel that I got a job, it is very difficult. Do you think somebody pays money to make you fail? He wants you to contribute so that that company can grow, you can grow both. So nobody is hiring to make you fail. Everybody is taking you to make you succeed because your success is company's success. So for that, there has to be transparency and trust. This is what I'm capable of doing. If somebody is not hiring, don't think they have rejected you. That match did not happen because you are unlikely to succeed. And after some time, you will also quit. Till that time, performance will be low for the company. So better join a place where there is a win-win option. So it is not about company not selecting you. There should be no demotivation. The match has to happen. Company, the hiring person should feel your background will fit us and you will succeed. In return, you go and do it. And then it is also dependent on some personality. Some are introvert, some are extrovert. So accordingly you choose. Don't try a good, people may say these so many high-paid, big five consultants may come. If I am an introvert, it is better not to go there. They can be a crore rupees, but I am not confident or liking, I am not a showpiece guy. Always coming with excellent costume and excellent presentation, nothing. I want to do my job peacefully without getting disturbed. Then you cannot take a customer-facing job. So do not choose because somebody pays X or Y. In the end, we are all doing the thing for our own, as I said, follow our passion and perform and enjoy. So choose employers if you are deciding to go for a job and be transparent. And if it works, it is best. Otherwise, be an entrepreneur. There is no problem. With IoT, investment is in thousands of rupees. The course fee you paid, for that money, you can start a company today. But learn all the necessary skills when you are here. That is one part I wanted to update. The second part is that learning is a continuous process. Nobody stops learning. One can get old. That can only happen when you get old. But the child in you is always there from birth to death. All of us. So the child is always there inside you. The child is always willing to experiment and learn. So do not control it. If you have that, it is fine. So for that, maybe there is a couplet which is famous. Many of you may be knowing, which says how you learn in life. Not only in school or college, but in life. It says, Acharya Padam Arate. You heard? Anybody heard it? No. Okay. It is one of the very ancient, like Kabir Ka Dohe and all. This is one of the famous couplet that is available. Acharya means the teacher. Whoever is your teacher, whatever subject, Padam means 1/4, quarter. So whatever you learn through your teachers, however best they are, they could be Dr. Misbah, still they can only teach you 25%. Because that is the limitation of teaching, upper limit. So then where is the 75% coming from? So second part it says, Padam Somedaya. Someda means own efforts. 25% of your learning is with your own individual effort. So that cannot be compromised. You only have to do it. You can think of it as, you can take the horse to the water, but horse only has to drink the water. So that is the 25%. It has to come from you. If it doesn't come, there is no point. Nobody can help that part. The third part says, Padam Saha Brahmacharya Baha. That's what they say. Basically, it means your friends and circles, they teach you 25%. That's why we talk about your parents say, "Na, ye uske saath mat ghumo, iske saath jao." Why do they say? Because they know 25% comes from them. Whatever they teach, that much you learn from your friends. Many of us, I think I will have more company here. Just because before the exam day, one of your friends taught you one particular problem in math, you got 10 marks more. It is very normal, right? We never understood in the college, never understood from textbook, but is the friend who taught. Some way, when they teach, it enters. So the 25% comes from your friends. So for maybe a few months, you can do work from home for WhatsApp and other kind of distractions, and you be focused on the actual course. That is very important. Who are your friends? How much time you are wasting in other activities? Choose them wisely. The last part says, Padam Kalenacha, means it is with the time and practice. You have to repeatedly practice. A good singer, even at 70, they practice 1 hour daily, 3 hours daily. Why we respect Rahul Dravid even today? Work ethics. Every day he does practicing. Right? So that Padam Kalenacha, time, you have to keep on repeating, repeatedly practice. So if you do that, then you are at 100. 4 quarters are covered. Teacher job is the easiest. Fixed time, 25% delivery done. Your 25% is linked to time also. No? You have to keep on repeating. So your 50% is based on own effort and consistency repeatedly. So whatever they taught in math, limit A extending to infinity or whatever y tending to num1 and all, that is what it is. But the other 25% is your friends. So be very, very, very careful on these aspects. And if you only touch these fundamentals, the rest will fall in place on its own. There are 2 ways, either you choose a destination, somehow reach it. Otherwise, you choose a path which will automatically result in multiple destinations for you. So choosing a path is probably more important when you are a student. Because if you learn it the right way, you are creating a habit and culture in you. If you keep only destination in mind, it has 2-3 disadvantages. As soon as you achieve it, you don't know what to do. Correct? You wanted, let us say, score 100 in math, whatever happened. You somehow achieved it. After that, what? You don't get 101. Now you have to look for a next destination to get motivated. Instead, the effort should be to learn mathematics, which will result in 100 automatically if you learned enough. So 100 should not be your aim. Your learning should result in 100. Here also same thing. What you learn is more important. Marks will come and go. It depends on my luck. Whatever I studied, the question was out of syllabus. Yeah. Or I got 100 out of 100, some data entry mistake. Result is failed. Then I go to court and then get it back 2 years later. Yes, somebody will say, no, it was wrong now. And by then 2 years, my life is gone. I am demotivated. So results are all, depend on various factors not in your control. What is in your control? How do I learn? So please focus on learning. on your own. That is extremely important. Results will come, don't worry. If not today, tomorrow it will come. It will not go anywhere. So to that extent, you should believe in destiny. But destiny is not prefixed. It is based on your efforts. The way you put effort, the way you learn will shape the destiny automatically. How quickly it comes, leave it. Don't worry about it. It will happen. So those are the two things. One I said in the beginning about being a team player, collaborator, creating the trust, and being open about what I am good at, what I am not good at. No need to fake just to get a job. That is the worst thing to do. Because what happens, something I don't like, I have to do, I'll be doing it with some kind of detachment, or sometimes even with some kind of vengeance, anger. What will happen? Your health will deteriorate. Instead, do something you like. It will give positive energy. The second one is your friends, continuous learning, and teaching from teachers. Don't forget these two aspects. If you do that, I think your life will be very nice and you can practice. Whatever project you do, as I said, if I am the user, will I buy it or not? If I am not going to pay money to use that service or that particular gadget, I will rather not do it. Maybe I have another 3 to 4 minutes, so I'll give one more small example about a project. It was beginning of my career, sometime in 90s, early 90s. I started as a teacher. So 3 students came because you are assigned your guide, limited faculty, entire classes. So a batch of 3 were assigned to me. I also have to find a project. They also have to find a project. We should agree, they will do the project. So when the project team came to me, they wanted to do something like those days, 16-bit microprocessor was the case. 8-bit was available, 16 was new. Today we talk about 64-bit and things like that. 32 is normal today, right? Most of the processor 32 or 64. Those days it was 8. They wanted to do some 16-bit microcontroller based what? Traffic light control system, which even today people are doing. To control the traffic light in section of 4, all you need is 3 lights and 4. It is simply timing. After this much time, you switch on this light, amber, red, blue, whatever it is. It is working fine without a microprocessor itself. Now it is currently working fine with my 8-bit. But they want to implement the same thing using 16-bit. Think about it, first of all. Except for the fancy thing, like I am using certain most modern smartphone. The purpose is to make a phone call, yet to control the traffic light. As a common man, we all talk about taxes. You want to pay less tax or more tax? But instead of 8-bit, if I go for 16-bit, cost will go up or go down. Recent microprocessor, higher technology, more complex, for doing a simple thing. That is the last thing an engineer should do. So your project, you yourself will never use it. But okay, it is fancy. I worked on a 16-bit. If you want to use a 16-bit, find a problem which requires 16-bit, which cannot be solved by 8-bit. Anyway, they came with that. They said we wanted to do. Because why? Well, 2 things. Their point was simple. 8-bit code is running available. They have to somehow do it in 16-bit. They have to just change the programming to take the data size as 16-bit. Register has to be adjusted accordingly. They have to have that many 0 bits or null bits and things like that. That's all. But they know project will always work. There is no chance of failure, right? So I said, okay, this project, the students are really good. The 3 were good students. The project is good. It is going to happen. You need only 2 months. You have 6 months for the project. You have 4 more months extra. So why don't you try one thing, something simpler? You try. Then you choose between the two, because I felt 16-bit microprocessor with the traffic controller was too much. It was not engineeringly appropriate. If you want to learn 16-bit microcontroller, then say that and do a project. Focus a bit to learn 16-bit and demonstrate it is fine. But don't call it a traffic light control system. So then after a lot of discussion, we decided, they agreed. They are good students. Or maybe I was too harsh, I don't know. Because they need to, finally I have to sign the report now. So I had that power, even those days by chance. Whatever, after a lot of discussion, they said, okay, we'll do. What we agreed? A simple smoke detector, fire alarm. So they said, sir, this is too simple. Yes, I said it is simple. That's why I said, try this. You like it, you do it. Otherwise, you can go back to the traffic light. So what is needed for the fire alarm? Basically one sensor. So some smoke comes, it detects the temperature and certain parameters. The sensor creates a small signal, one alarm goes, beep. That's all, right? Is it a 3 people, 6 months, 18, 9 months? Think about it. 3 people, 3 boys are there, 6 months for the project, 18, 9 months. Is it worth the 18, 9 months? It is too simple, right? Stupid idea. That is how it started. Anyway, I am like that only. You cannot help it. So when they agreed, they said, okay. Then 2 days just passed. They called me, sir, our project is done and working. Yeah, I know you are all very capable. Please show me. Then the way we also did project, they took me to the lab. We had a lab. That name of the lab was Entertainment Electronics Lab. Luckily, I was in charge. Huh? So you will not believe 91, 92, I set up that lab. As part of it, we had a complete 16 mm screen projection available in the lab. So you can watch anything live sitting at your lab in the name of on job, on duty. So anyway, in that lab, they called me, took me inside. They showed the demo. What happened? There was a nice circuit. Those days, you have seen the breadboard. Some of you, so in a small breadboard, they assembled something, and then they had a lighter, cigarette lighter. Switched it on, and then it beeped. I said it is working. I said this is fantastic. It is working fine. Then I said this is a lab experiment. It is not your project. They asked, what do you mean? You wanted a smoke detector, fire alarm. It is doing. I said true, but it is a project. So the first thing is, why do we use smoke detectors or fire alarms? If there is a fire, who should know about the fire? Local beep, so that somebody inside can get out, right? Safety. But who else should know? Firemen, for example, you are nearest to fire, wherever fire station, they should receive it. Your security in the front should know it. Right? So there are 2, 3 places it should be communicated. So I said, see, at least here it is buzzing. On the lab, after the office hours, nobody will be there. So the buzz cannot be here. It should be at least to a security who is in the front, like here only. It is about 300 meters away. So make it buzz. Then what do you mean, sir? I said nothing. Your smoke detector and a buzzer alarm, which create the sound, you create a 300-meter wire, physical wire, and it should buzz. Then only it is available, recently heard by him, right? They said, okay, sir, kal subah ho jayega. I said, fine, thank you. My job is done. I went for my tea. Next day morning, they are not to be seen. 1 week later, they are not to be seen. After 10 days, they came. Sir, there is a problem. I asked, what is the problem? What could be the problem? What happens if you had a 300-meter cable between the detector and the buzzer? There is a power drop because there is a resistance of the wire. So your battery which was driving, now there is not enough current to buzz. So after 10 days they came, we discussed. Then they realized now they need a cable. Either the current has to be higher or they need a cable which does not, resistance is very low. So now they have to think of the right component so that the buzzing can happen 300 meters away. Correct. So then they have to start looking at, first time they started looking at the specification of the cable in their life. No, if I told it on day one, they would have got to know about boarding it. He's asking me to look in the book. Those days, no internet. You need to get a data sheet, open, find out. So that is how it happened. So then they figured out. Then they made it work with a different low loss cable. With one battery here, and toward the end they had another battery. They would just sense a signal. Buzzer will not use the remote battery. They had a local battery, so that that much current is saved. Then I said, it is fine. What happens in a real fire? The first thing happens is cable will burn. So who will hear the buzz? So I asked him, it is fine. Next time, I said, can I actually take it? Fire cannot be anywhere. What happens if it is near the cable? No, sir. Yeah, but in every place fire alarm works. They don't say fire cannot come near the cable. Happen near the cable. It happens. So then they realized they need a cable that is fireproof, rodent proof. Then they started looking at it. Then after that, they did not come to me for 1 month. Then they realized how challenging it is. How to package the fire smoke detector itself in a fireproof casing. How to protect the battery from the heat. How to avoid short circuit. How to current to travel that much distance. And how do you know the battery has lost its charge so that I can replace the battery? Otherwise, 3 months later, fire will come. Battery charge is not enough. So after 2 months, they came saying that, sir, we will only do this project. We don't want any other project. Out of 3, 2 of them are today industrialists. I will not name them. I have not taken their permission to name. Okay. But 2 of them are industrialists. One fellow is in ITBP as a commandant. So this is how projects are to be seen, not the concept, how to convert into something usable. And if you explain this, IT companies, I don't know. I never work for them. But core companies, as you call big companies, industries, they understand this person knows something about the actual usage, actual design. Then they hire you. Or you become your own industrialist. That is possible. So try to choose a project. Don't go with fancy names. Do something that is of value that can be demonstrated, that somebody can buy. Then your life is good. So with that, I'll stop. It is 11, maybe 2-3 minutes for the vote of thanks. And I can see tea getting ready. If you think, I was purposely dragging, I was thinking, right here is the tea space, almost ready. So I can thank you, all of you, and wish you all the best. And we will, so with all your best wishes and your cooperation, we will win together. So we are in the game together. And I hand it over back to my madam. Thank you.
This was not my turn. I simply barged into this one. Thank you very much, sir, for your inspirational, motivational, inaugural address. It was a unique first time I am hearing. I have been here for the last 15 years. So great, sir. What I suggest to the students is this is recorded. You are saying that, right? And it is live on our C-DAC Bangalore YouTube channel also. I strongly feel that many of you might have missed a couple of things. The inaugural address was a gist of his varied experiences of last 30 years. 2-3 years down the line also, if you go and see this session, it is going to give you directions. Okay. And now I understood the secret of your guidance on us, sir. That is how you have guided your first trial and you are continuing that. So, about the entrepreneurship also, please think, because it's a new idea that we are thinking, can we have, not now or after discussions with sir and taking his guidance, can we have some sort of incubation also? It's a very small period, 6 months, but at least some bit of ideas if you come up with, because pre-COVID batches, we had conducted some innovative project competitions, and then we have awarded them also some of the certificates as well as the mementos to them. So please think from that point of view. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As Misbah said, your talk was extremely motivational for our students. I hope they would work hard, take all the tips what sir has given, and achieve your goals. Now I request Sri Shanmugathan, Joint Director, C-DAC Bangalore, to deliver vote of thanks.
Good morning to all of you. Those who are present here and then students who are in online. I take this opportunity to thank all the members who are part of this orientation program. I thank our Executive Director, Sudarshan sir, for giving this wonderful motivational speech. If you take that as a nutshell, the entire course would have been taken care. If you from beginning you started, you should be interested into the course. Because I've seen people, they ask for DAC, they get into the second choice, DBDA. Or they ask for embedded, they would have got into, because of the rank, they would have got into IoT. That entire 6 months, they don't focus because their idea was into something else. But somehow you got into the course, so be interested in that course. That was sir started with that. And then the second point, what is important, was the coding part. So that coding is very, very important because the course was designed such a way. 4 hours theory, 4 hours lab. We have been giving that. Students also doing that, but you have to more because of the infrastructure 2:1 we will be giving it. But always the partners and you also should have enough time to code it. Okay, so that was the second part which sir was mentioning it. And then he's moving on to this project, that important of the project. Because the company is going to come here to hire you for doing a project, not for doing one or two assignments. Assignments is only for marks. So they hire you, they test you. Are you good in the project? Can I put you directly into the project instead of the companies to spend some more time, money on making you more comfortable? But the course was designed to make you comfortable into the project. That is what the specialty of this course actually. And then the third part, what sir is saying, is team building. Team building, even in the project or in the doing the course. And so that is very important. Sir was also saying the 20% will come from these networks of your students. Not only this, and we are going to make you alumni part of your the learning. You can learn from them also, from that part also. So thank you, sir. Very inspirational for all of us. And now the speech also, we are also very impressed. And thanks to ED sir, and thanks to Dr. Misbah. He is heading us, and he gives a lot of ideas. He's also motivating us to do our job in a better way, to make our all our acts team. The idea is to make C-DAC Bangalore is #1 institute among other C-DAC institutes. That's what we are driving into it, and EDs are also supporting on that aspects. Thank you, sir. And yeah, so we have Dr. Haribabu, sir. So he is associate director, and he is heading here a lot of groups, IoT embedded and MSM also recently, and so they are owning this course actually. Embedded and IoT course they are owning it. They have experienced faculties. We'll introduce you now and then. First, name some of the people, and a lot more people will come into the training. We'll introduce now and then. And we also have industry collaborations in teaching. So some of the modules which we are not a specialist, we bring them whenever it is required for the particular module. Yeah, thank you, Haribabu sir. And not only a lot of associate directors heading the different groups. Yeah, so in groups, we have a big data group. There is Johnson madam. They also provide. They are whatever we give a request for this particular person we want for this particular module, immediately they nominate. So we need to thank all these group heads. And coming to the ACTS team, for the next 6 months, I will be working with you, associate with you, I'm going to associate with you. And they've been doing it. Everybody will be in front to sort out your issues or whatever technical, non-technical issues. Thanks to ACTS team. ACTS team, if you take course coordinator, we have system admin and network team. So next 6 months they'll be with you, and the placement team, they'll take you after 6 months. Yeah. So thanks to placement team and all our ACTS team. So next, we have an admin team and to take care of your facilitations, hostels, canteen. There are a team of people. They also working very hardly to meet your requirement as on when. Yeah, thanks to the admin department. Thanks to the students who selected C-DAC Bangalore. You have a trust on us. So thanks to your decision to do a course in C-DAC Bangalore. And thanks to your parents, they are sponsoring you to do this course. And thanks. And thank you so much. We will be in touch with the other sessions. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot to thank the lab assistants. They are very important. The teachers will be in the theory times and they are into the lab. The lab assistants are always there with you for 4 hours. And thank you, the lab assistants. Thank you.
Yeah, as ED sir said, now we'll all have tea together. So I request the dignitaries to go down for a cup of tea, followed by the students. Yeah. Once the tea is over, it's a half-an-hour break. Okay. After that, please assemble here. We'll have the orientation program. We'll be running through the rules and regulations of course, hostel, and placement. Okay. So please have tea and get back here.